Are we live? I say it. Are we live? Do we have volume this time? We just did this show, and it would have been nice if somebody would have told me there wasn't no volume. The 3 people that watched, somebody could have told me in the chat that there was no volume. But it's okay. We'll do it again because maybe I forgot something. So we not even going to sweat it. But let's go ahead and get started. Alrighty, y'all. Welcome to the show. Welcome to the show again. This is the problem with starting a new channel. When you don't have people coming in the chat, there's nobody to tell you when something's wrong. To make these animations that you're looking at, I had to mute the OBS so that I could record them. And sometimes I forget to unmute it. So that was the reason why the first time we didn't, there was no volume. So I deleted the stream and we'll just do it again. Some of you would say, oh, well, just forget about it. No. I said a lot of good things and I don't want it to be forgotten. So let's do it again. It's not going to kill me. Let's just do it again. We're covering WrestleMania Part 2. We did Part 1 yesterday. And don't forget, I do my regular show at 5 o'clock every evening. We normally on to 5 to 10, 5 to 11. The Monday Night Raw go on at 11. So a lot of the times I'll stay on till 11. And then I can go to my site where I can watch it with no commercials. So I do my show while it's on, and then when it's off, I go watch it. And the only difference is that now I'm going to give my review on it. I've been watching this wrestling since, 1981? Why shouldn't I give my opinion on it? I spent most of my life watching it. So not only do we do current topics, religion, self-help, how to do self-improvement for yourself and your community. Hey, as a hobby, I can do the wrestling. So, and yes, I said wrestling. I'm from the old school. We like wrestling. See, y'all got professional wrestler performers. I don't care for performances. I care about aggression, passion. Excuse me. If you want to win, you gotta remember, this is stage street fighting. The outcome is predetermined. So the effort you put out to make somebody believe that it's real is more important than you flying around the ring and jumping over the top rope and all that dumb stuff. Making somebody really believe that you're really trying to hurt somebody. That's what makes professional wrestling great. Cause see, you can watch a boxing match. You can spend $50 and watch a whole boxing match and nobody get knocked out. Somebody can run the whole fight and you spent your money and you ain't see nobody get beat up. You know, guys like Sugar Ray Leonard, you know, that throw the jab and run. When you pay your $50, you want to see somebody get knocked in their mouth. You don't want to see somebody doing the jab and running. You want to see somebody get knocked out. You can watch the UFC. You might go a whole card. It might just be decisions or submissions. You want to see somebody get beat up. Professional wrestling guarantees you that the heel will do their sneak attacks and will cheat, but in the end, they're going to get beat up. And that's what is enjoyed about professional wrestling. Unlike the other sports, you guarantee the person that you hate is going to get beat up. And that's where it's enjoyable. You can forget the problems you got. Maybe there's somebody bullying you. Maybe you have an issue. You can forget about it and enjoy yourself. Especially if it's a character that you can actually relate to. And this is where the entertainment part messes it up. They try to make the characters be goofy and crazy, and that's not what you want to see. You want to see people do what you can't do. Everybody can play basketball, but not everybody can play like Michael Jordan or LeBron James. Everybody can attempt to shoot 3-pointers, but can't nobody do it like Clay on the Warriors. So I want to see people in there that can do what I would like to do, but they do it better. If they do it worse than what I could do, why would I watch them? If I go, man, I can do a better arm drag than that, what am I watching you for? I can throw a better punch than that. Well, why am I watching you? Y'all understand what I'm saying? Deep down, people want to be in that spotlight. And if you can't be in that spotlight, then you watch somebody who can, and I guess live through them. The same way when you see mothers trying to put their children in them beauty pageants because they know that they couldn't do it, or fathers trying to get their sons to play football or baseball or whatever, because they knew they couldn't do it. They're trying to live through their kids. Whether you believe it or not, whenever you watch TV, you're living through them people. When you watch Spider-Man or Superman, you wish you had them powers. You living through them. So this is what I like about professional wrestling. So let's get to WrestleMania. Because of the COV, it wasn't in a big stadium with all the celebrities and all the big brouhaha. It's in the WWE Performance Center. This is where the wrestlers train at, and when they get good enough, they get to go on NXT, which is the developmental brand of the WWE. But with the new AEW show coming on Wednesday, NXT was already coming on Wednesday. So WWE put it up against AEW every week. It was only a 1 hour show on their own network that you subscribe to. Now they put a 2 hour show on every Wednesday, and they have it go head to head with AEW. So they put their B brand against the new brand AEW, but they got their Monday night main show brand, and they got a Friday night main show brand. So it's like giving competition to the new guy on the block without putting your best foot out. Because to be honest with you, Monday Night Raw averages about 2.2 million, and Friday Night SmackDown goes between 2 and 2.5 million. But on Wednesdays, the two competing federations, the AEW, the new kid on the block, averages around 800,000, and NXT averages 600,000. So if you put them both together, neither one of them can beat the Monday show or the Friday show. So that's why they're happy to just take some of the people away from watching the AEW, their competition. Now, first match was Charlotte Flair, Ric Flair's daughter. I'm so sick of this woman. I'm sick of her. She do the same old stuff. She ain't nothing but her father with breasts, with fake breasts of that. And I want to know the champion, the NXT Ladies Champion, Rhea Ripley. She got the weakest power bomb I've ever seen in my life. That's her finishing move. It's whack. She don't even put no oomph into it. You should pick somebody up and whoosh. She's trying to do it single arm, and it's like, I'm going to put you down nicely. You won't believe that. That's your finishing move, and that's it. You won't believe that. Well, they came out the gates, and let me tell you, she hit Charlotte Flair with that move, and Charlotte kicked out of it. That was her finishing move. So we knew within the first 30 seconds of the match that she wasn't winning. That was her finishing move. She kicked out of her finishing move within the first 30 seconds of the match. So this wasn't nothing but an old Ric Flair match. She definitely father's daughter. She worked over the younger, bigger girl's leg. And the only offense that Rhea Ripley really put out, she did 3 different drop kicks. If somebody working your leg over, why are you doing drop kicks? Don't you gotta hit the ground? Why wouldn't you be standing on your good foot, putting your weight there, and just beating on the person, kicking them, stomping them, choking them, staying off that leg? And number 2, everybody knows that woman got 2 breast jobs. So she got balloons in her chest. Why are you trying to drop kick her in her balloons? I'm just saying. If you want me to keep it real with you, let's keep it real. Why are you drop kicking somebody where they got saline at? Why you ain't drop kicking in the leg? Drop kicking in the back. Drop kicking in her face. What are you kicking her in the chest for? No wonder she keep getting back up. She got airbags right here. I'm just saying. So the old veteran just beat down the young person, warm out. She put her in the figure 8 and got the submission. Was it a good match? No. Was I expecting a good match? I was hoping that Rhea Ripley would show me. It didn't show me nothing. All she showed was that she could take a beating. So Charlotte Flair is your new NXT champion. That's a bad thing and it's a good thing. The good thing is she's not going to be on the Monday Night Wrestling burying the sorry roster that's there. The bad news is she's going down to the developmental brand where she's going to bury the new talent. And they got some great talent down there. Io Shirai, Mia Yim, Bianca Belair, Candice LeRae, Tegan Knox, Zaya, the Chinese girl, Zaya, whatever. They got some great women down there. Even Aaliyah, sorry as she is, she's better than daggone Natalya or Liv Morgan or anybody that's on the Monday Night Show. I'd rather see her wrestle than, you know what I mean? I'm being honest. They got some great ladies down there. And they still have the other two MMA fighters down there. I don't know what they doing. One of them named Sharif, and the other one, it's supposed to be Ronda Rousey, Shayna Baszler, and the Sharif woman and another woman. It's 4 of them. I don't know why the other 2 are taking so long to be developed, but they should be doing something by now. The main roster could use them. So yesterday, they wasted Shayna Baszler. The only way that they could save anything, they brought her up from NXT where she was the dominant champion, respected, and had her lose to Becky Lynch in that sorry way. The only way they can save face is for her to come and say, well, you didn't beat me. I had you in my clutch and you leaned back and got the pin. Because I don't know why she didn't just let it go and get up. That's what I would have done. Let it go, get up, kick her in the stomach, and then put it back on. That's what I would have done. I just don't understand. I think that's a weak finish. But that's the way Bret Hart pinned Yokozuna. So it's an old sorry finish. It ain't nothing new. For those of you who said, who's Yokozuna, go Google him. He's actually in one of these gifts with Earthquake, I believe, when they break the ring. So Bret Hart's on your screen right now, getting thrown into the turnbuckle. That little man pinned a 600-pound man, similar to the way that Becky Lynch pinned Shayna Baszler. So hopefully it didn't bury her. Let's get to the second match. Bobby Trashley, Bobby Slashley, Bobby Stashley, Bobby Lashley. He went against Aleister Black. And you were just wondering when Aleister was going to crack the black mask on him. When was he going to crack the black? New phrase here. Aleister cracked the black. When he was going to do the black mask. Bobby Lashley dominated this match. And he was setting up the finish. He was going to do that pancake he do. You know, where he lifts you up and then he flip you over on your face and mash you in the ground. Lana said, no. Do the spear. I want you to spear him, Bobby. So he put him down and went in the corner and crouched down and let Aleister Black get up on his own. Basically let him recover. So when he charged at him to do the spear, guess what he got hit with? The black mask. Right in the mouth with the black mask. 1, 2, 3. Bobby Lashley loses. As usual. Now, here's my problem with the match. They've been pushing Aleister Black the past 3 weeks on Monday Night Raw. He's been knocking people out with that kick, and they've been staying down. They've been out. But yet, he hit Lashley with it, and after the 3 count, he put his shoulder up after the 3 count, and then he got up. I thought you were supposed to be knocked out. Somebody talk to me. I thought the kick supposed to knock you out. You got to watch that. When you're trying to make people believe something, you got to be consistent. You expect me to believe this chick supposed to knock somebody out. Why wasn't Bobby Lashley just knocked out? I'm just saying. Anyway, Aleister Black wins with the black mask. Once again proving that Lana is a pretty idiot. Let's move on. Dolph versus Otis. Dolph Ziggler versus Otis from Heavy Machinery. I gotta tell you, if you've been following this storyline on Friday Night SmackDown, this is what you as a wrestling fan live for. When you see the nice guy get his revenge on the evil guy and get the girl. Dolph Ziggler came out. I still can't remember this woman's name. To save my life. Y'all know who I'm talking about. The lesbian that be on that reality show with the Bellas. On E. She be on there with her little blonde girlfriend. I only seen one episode. But she supposed to be an MMA fighter too. But she don't look like a fighter. She come out there and try to be and then, she look like a plain Jane. Somebody you just mow over. She wanted to be an actress now. She ain't got no behind. Who gonna make money to see her? I'm saying. And then you already know that she don't like men, so why would you put a poster up? There's no, even for the little nerd turds, why would they have any hope of ever dating her, have any wet dreams about her, when, number one, she come out in them shorts looking like a daggone man, and number two, she keep having that rainbow handkerchief in her back pocket, letting you know, hey, little nerdy boys, you don't have a shot. Because I only like women. I can't think of her name to save my... That shows you how sorry she is. I can't even think of her first name or her last name. All I know is that she's in a tag team with Mandy Rose, and the name is Fire and Desire. How come I can remember Mandy Rose's name, but I can't remember this woman's name? I'm dead serious. I cannot remember that woman's name. That's how much she sucks. That I can't even think of her name. She sucks. But anyway, Dolph Ziggler cheated after withstanding the emotional onslaught, which is the pattern with most of these matches. The babyface come out there with all that energy, and then the heel find a way to cheat and get the advantage. And he was working over Otis. Otis fought back. And he was beating the crap out of Dolph Ziggler. If you really root for the good guy, think about it. Dolph Ziggler took his girl. The lesbian, I can't think of her name. I don't mean to keep calling her that, but y'all know who I'm talking about. She got up on the apron and distracted the referee and got Otis to look at her. So Dolph hit him in the groin, hit him in the balls. Just say it. He hit him in the balls and was going to try to get a cheap win. When Mandy came down the aisle, and this was the highlight of the whole WrestleMania. She came down the aisle and she beat the dyke up. And then she snuck in the ring, and she hit Dolph in the balls. And then Otis did the worm, and then hit his bionic elbow, and got the 1, 2, 3. She came in the ring and hugged him. He picked her up. He started carrying her up the apron. She kissed him. The nice guy, the nice fat guy, got the pretty girl. that don't make you feel good, the good guy actually got the girl. If it don't make you feel good, I don't know what will. But in the animations, you'll see him leading the conga line. He's also in the animation with the New Day. So if you don't know who he is, just keep looking at the screen and you'll see him. But that was the whole highlight for the whole weekend. If you've been watching Friday Night SmackDown and you've been following the story of Dolph Ziggler, Mandy Rose, and Otis from Heavy Machinery, that made the whole 2 days worth it to get that storyline to close. Great job, WWE. You took us around the bend to get there, but man, great ending to that story. The next match. A lot of people are looking forward to this. Randy Orton versus Edge. Some of you might know him as Adam Copeland because he's been acting the past 9 years because he had a neck injury. And he had the surgery. And the surgery allowed him to come back. He came back at Royal Rumble. The next day, after the Royal Rumble on that Sunday, Randy Orton gave him a concerto and tried to put him back out of wrestling. The man had to retire 9 years ago. And his supposedly best friend tried to retire him again. So, the wife was going to come out there because the wife didn't think nobody should have to retire twice. He was going to retire. And the wife was going to come out and retire for him. And he RKO'd or gave the diamond cutter to his wife. So he came back after healing to get revenge for his wife and the things that Randy Orton said about his daughters. He has 2 young daughters. And so he came to fight for their honor and his own. And they had a last man standing match. And let me tell you, it didn't stay in the ring. If you wanted to ever get a tour of the WWE Performance Center, you got the grand tour today. There wasn't one place there they didn't go. They was in the boardroom. They was in the gymnasium, the workout room. They was in the back of the warehouse. They was with the supplies. They was with the ladders they used yesterday in that 3-man championship match they used yesterday. Them ladders was there. If you wondered what it took to run a production, you saw everything. They showed you every part. They also exposed JD from New York. JD, you my man, but you exposed, buddy. You've been saying that Titus O'Neil been cooking and serving people stuff in catering. They showed the catering. You know what the catering is? A table with some Frito-Lay snacks on it and some coffee. That's what catering is. You talking about Titus got the baked beans and the macaroni and cheese and all of that. Ain't nothing there but some daggone Doritos, some tater chips, sour cream and onion, some Cheetos. So now you're going to have to find something else to describe catering, because that's what catering is. We saw the catering area, and it's nothing but a table with them snacks in the cups right there in the coffee things. That's what we saw. Don't believe me? Go watch the match. You will see it. And there ain't no chairs. There ain't no place to go sit down. And the way he talked about it, they sit there and watch the show. Instead of being on the show, they being paid to wrestle, but they sit back there eating food all day. And he talking about Titus serving the green beans and everything. Man, they had some tater chips, some Frito-Lay snacks. So for those of y'all that watch JD, he just got exposed. He gonna have to come up with something new, because that was a total lie. There wasn't no green bean, no mashed potato. There wasn't nothing. Some Frito-Lay chips. Anyway, back to the match. If you like people getting punched and forearmed and drug around the daggone performance center, you'll enjoy this match. To me, it's slow. Every Randy Orton match is slow. It was slow to me. I was glad when it ended. The ending came when Randy Orton was going to do a concerto onto Edge. He raised the chair up. Edge leapt up and grabbed him and put him in that choke he was doing. He still had the chair in his hand, waving it around. But he had the arm trapped and he choked him out. Then he picked the chair up and he bashed him in the head. So, Edge got his revenge. Okay? Randy Orton gave him a concerto and tried to put him back out. He gave Randy Orton a concerto. So, that storyline is closed. Good job for closing up the storyline. So, Edge wins. Randy couldn't answer the 10 count. So, that's 2 storylines in a row they closed. Excellent job. Now, let's keep moving. Oh, Lord. The Street Profits. And don't get me wrong, I like them. They just played themselves out with all them skits they were doing. Them old Saturday Night Live skits. They used to be so slick. Such swag. And now, they lost a little luster off of them. They were trying too hard. But anyway, they came out and they pretended like it was a crowd there. And they came out and did their usual stick. And it was okay. They got to the match, and I'm telling you, the end of the match and the beginning of the match was the best parts of the match. Selena Vega came out, and she had Garza. And is it Leo Garza? I can't think of his first name. You had Garza, and you had, it supposed to have been Andrade. Andrade's sick again. Boy, he better be lucky he dating Charlotte Flair, because, there's a man getting tired of him getting injured all day on time. But anyway, they brought in, what's his name? Austin Theory. If you've been watching Raw recently, or you've been watching NXT, you've been seeing a lot of Austin Theory. Young, brash wrestler. So they teamed him up with Garza. And, the match was okay. The end of the match was great. Garza had done his move, and he was going for the pin, and he had the pin on the fat one. It's Montez Ford. That's the guy with the red cup, the skinny one. That's always running his mouth. The fat one, I can't even remember his name, because he's like the guy that's there, If he wasn't there, it'd be like, yeah, he ain't there. He like the if Montez Ford is Chuck D from Public Enemy, then the fat guy is his Flavor Flav. You understand what I'm saying? He like the sidekick. The same way on Heavy Machinery, everybody love Otis, and Tucker is just there. He's a good guy, but he's just there. He's just there. Otis got all the charisma. So Montez Ford got the charisma. And like I said, the fat guy is just there. Anybody could be a tag team partner. He's just there. So Garza was going to pin. Austin Theory was going for the pin and to win the championships, tag team championships. Ford came off the top with a frog splash, landed right on Theory's back. So the fat guy rolled him over and got the pin, and they retained the championships. Why were they wrestling? Why weren't they wrestling a real tag team? Why were they wrestling a makeshift tag team? I don't understand. WWE, why do they keep putting makeshift tag teams together? A tag team supposed to be some people that work together at being a tag team. Not some people just throw randomly together. I just don't understand it. But anyway, even though they lost, they wound up beating up the champions anyway, even though they lost. They beat the champions up, and Selena Vega came in there, and she had them hold up the fat one, and she super kicked them. Well, what she didn't know was his wife is Bianca Belair, and she was there. She came down there, boy, she beat the crap out of Selena Vega. If you've been waiting a long time, because she the one that keep telling everybody to DDT somebody on the concrete and put them out for weeks, let me tell you, she finally got her comeuppance. Bianca Belair came down there and beat the crap out of her. Now, if they want to start something where they're going to have 6-man tags, and you can have the Street Profits and Bianca Belair against Selena Vega and any one of her 3 proteges, take my money. I love seeing Selena get beat up. Take my money. Take it. Now, if they setting that up, I'll gladly. We can go a couple weeks in a row of watching them fight. I would love it. Bring Bianca Belair to the main roster. Becky not going to have nobody to fight. They ruined Shayna. And at the last pay-per-view, they had her beat 6. She beat the whole roster in one night. In 15 minutes, she beat the whole roster. She beat the other 5 women on the roster. So who can legitimately make a claim to face Becky Lynch? They did the same thing with Ronda Rousey. They fed everybody to Ronda Rousey, so Becky Lynch had nobody to fight. So they had to bring up the Southern Belle. I keep forgetting her name. That's how bad she is. Where is she at? Did I write her name down? Oh, we haven't got there yet. Hold on. Lacey Evans. She had to go through all of it to figure her name out. That's how bad she sucks. She sucks. She got a pretty face and a decent rack, but she ain't got no butt. And I'm sorry. Don't nobody want to see you, honey, because you can't wrestle. But anyway, I don't even want to talk about this. The Women's Championship match, you had the champion Bayley. You had Tamina, Jimmy Snuka's daughter. I feel so sorry. I feel sorry. Jimmy Snuka is turning over in his grave. To see his daughter come out there looking slovenly. Jimmy Superfly Snuka was always in great shape. Even when he kept wrestling after he was old, he was still in great shape. To see his daughter come out there looking like a fat slob. She lumbering down to the ring, just weevils wobble, but they don't fall down. If you'd have seen her when she came out on Friday, oh my goodness. I thought she'd never get to the ring. That's how, man. Man, come on. You know. The Superfly turned over in his grave. Why has thou forsaken my daughter? What's going on with her? Why is she walking around? Anyway, you had Tamina, you had Bayley the champion, you had Sasha Banks, you had Naomi, and you had Lacey Evans. 5-way elimination match. The last person left is the champion. So Tamina came in there and used her girth to beat everybody up in the beginning. Then she ran out of gas and they all jumped on her, took turns splashing her, and they pinned her and got her fat butt out of there. That left 4. That left Naomi, Lacey Evans as the baby faces, and as your heels, you got Sasha and Bayley. Let me just say, once again, for all the people that talk about NXT and how come the wrestlers don't do any good, 3 out the 5 ladies in this match were from NXT. Lacey Evans, who they brought up way too early. Lacey Evans, Sasha, and Bayley all came from NXT. Bayley and Sasha are former NXT champions. For those of you who say that they can't do anything, why they always come up? Because Vince McMahon don't let them. But if you take away Becky, Charlotte Flair, Bayley, and Sasha Banks out the mix, they all NXT. You have nobody left on your roster that can do anything. The rest of them can't wrestle. But you want to tell us that the NXT got the best women's division in the country. AEW can't touch it. Ring of Honor can't touch it. TNA can't touch it. They can't touch the women that NXT has. NXT has too many women. They need to bring some more. Seriously, the main roster they need it on Monday and Friday nights. They need to get some women off of Wednesday and bring them up. And if they bring up Bianca Belair, excellent. Becky will have somebody to fight. But I want you to realize that Rhea Ripley, the girl that lost to Charlotte Flair in the first match, she just had a match with Bianca Belair last month. So Becky will be facing that'll happen. She'll be facing 3 back-to-back challenges from the B brand. Lacey Evans, Shayna Baszler, Asuka, and now probably Bianca Belair. So the NXT is useless, but yet her last 4 challenges will come from NXT. Explain. Name somebody on Monday Night Raw roster that can give Becky Lynch a chance. Liv Morgan, don't make me laugh. Lana, please. Natalie, please. Please. Please, with double please on top. Sarah Morgan, please. Please. I'm sorry, Sarah Logan. Who else? Who else on the roster? Oh, Ruby Riott just came back. Once again, NXT. Can we do it again? Yeah. There ain't nobody for Becky to wrestle. On the Friday wrestling, who is Bayley going to wrestle? Naomi again? Lacey Evans again? Seriously, who? What's the name of the girl from Brooklyn? I know Staten Island, I'm sorry. Oh, Carmella again? And then nobody want to wrestle. They've not built the women up that you can even take seriously. And they got the nerve to have a tag team titles for the women. And they have no tag teams. The champions that lost yesterday, the 2 Japanese girls, they were single wrestlers. Put together. Nikki Cross and Alexa Bliss were 2 single wrestlers. Once again, both of them from NXT. In NXT, Alexa Joke was a bliss. I mean, Alexa Bliss was a joke. On the main roster, she's a 4-time women's champion and 2-time tag team champion. Nikki Cross, her partner, she was a terror. Everybody was scared of her. bring her to the main roster. She's a bumbling simp. She's a savant. Just Alexi. You took one of the craziest women and turned her into a puppy dog. This is what the WWE do to these NXT wrestlers. That woman should be ravaged in division. She should be dragging Becky Lynch around by the hair. Instead, they got her a daggone mumbling simpleton. She act like she 2 steps above being retarded. Seriously. Anyway, like I told you, they got rid of Jimmy Snuka door. They all ganged up on her. Bayley took Lacey Evans and threw her into the ring steps. And we didn't see her for 15 minutes. So that left Naomi having to fight off Sasha Banks and Bayley. Sasha Banks and Bayley are best friends. So Naomi held her own for a while, but eventually it's 2 against 1. They got the advantage on her, and they got rid of Naomi. Naomi's back in the dressing room. Sasha and Bayley are standing in the ring waiting for daggone Lacey Evans to get back in the ring. She ain't laid out there the whole daggone time. So finally she get back in the ring, and now all of a sudden she can fight. Bayley hit Sasha by mistake and knocked her out the ring. So that make you think, uh-oh, Sasha gonna get mad and take her belt from her. Sasha get back in the ring, and Evans went to hit Bayley, and she wound up hitting Sasha and knocked her out. And Bayley sat down and leaned on the ropes and watched her best friend get pinned. So Sasha was out, so that just left Lacey Evans, the dumb Southern Belle, against Bayley. Lacey Evans mounted a comeback, and she was getting ready to win, and Sasha came in there and gave her the backstabber. And then Bayley picked her up and threw her on her face and got the 1, 2, 3. Boring. Let's move on. I don't even want to stay on that. That's how boring that was. The Cena feed debacle was silly and weird. I got to say, I hope that this helped the Fiend get on a roll and get some momentum so he can get back the way he was. He needs to challenge Braun Strowman for the championship. And then we all know Roman Reigns gonna take it from him. Whatever. We all know it. This match was crazy. If you get a chance to watch this, I'm telling you, it was like a combination of Romper Room, The Munsters, if y'all remember that TV show, Fresh Prince of Bel-Air for the goofiness. But they took us on a nostalgic look back on wrestling. If y'all actually, it was like John Cena, This Is Your Life. When he walked into that room, it was crazy. But it took us back. Saturday night's main event. They took us back through the NWO where Hulk Hogan and John Cena actually came out with the championship belt on. That said NWO on it. So it took you back through the history of wrestling. Then all the crazy stuff stopped, and then the Fiend was suddenly there, and he gave John Cena the mandible claw. Then he gave him the that weak move he did where he kiss you and then he throw you on the ground, and then he put the claw back on. And while he was doing it, Bray Wyatt actually came in and counted 1, 2, 3. So that ended it. It's worth watching, but if you don't watch it, hey, you ain't missed nothing. But it's worth going to look at. I mean, it's funny. It's got some good scenes. I mean, okay, it wasn't what I thought. I thought it'd be a horror match. They'd be fighting all through the fun house and they'd be hitting each other with the puppets and all that stuff. That's what I was hoping for, but it was okay. Wasn't much of a match though. It was more like a movie, a horror movie. It wasn't even like that. It wasn't even a horror movie. But it was okay. More like a trip downtown. If you want to go watch it, then go ahead. But it's okay. Finally, we get to the last part. This review is a lot faster than yesterday's. I think we did an hour and a half yesterday. This review is longer. I mean, shorter. Because the matches, like I said, Otis and Mandy made the night. Edge beat Randy Orton. Those two storylines are closed. After that, you can throw the rest of this in the garbage. Now, for those of you that's sick of Brock Lesnar, me, you enjoyed the last match, and it wasn't much. I ain't even got to look at the notes. I can tell you what happened. Brock Lesnar came, attacked him, couple forearms to the back, threw him to the buckles. Claymore kick. Out the turnbuckles. He hit him. Brock Lesnar with it. 1, 2, kicked out. He kicked out of the Claymore kick. Brock Lesnar did. Right? So, instead of beating on Brock Lesnar, he goes sit in the corner the same way that Lashley did earlier. When Lana told him to spear Aleister Black. He's sitting in there. I was waiting for him to go 3, 2, 1, but he didn't. Waiting for Brock Lesnar to get out. The whole time, to get up. The whole time, Paul Heyman is telling Brock Lesnar he's going for it again. He's going for the Claymore kick again. So he get up. He comes with the Claymore kick. Brock Lesnar sidesteps it, grabs him around the waist, belly to belly. So now he take him to Suplex City. 1 belly to back suplex. 2 belly to back suplexes. Or German release suplex, whatever you want to call it. 3 German release suplexes, right? Brock Lesnar delivers the F5. 1, he kicks out of the 1 count. Brock Lesnar is shot. Brock Lesnar picks him up, does it again. He kicks out at the 2 count. This time. Brock Lesnar does it again. Now that's 3 F5s. He kicks out again. Paul Heyman says, you got to F5 him all night. F5 him until you don't kick out. So Brock Lesnar tells you, I'm going to F5 you until you don't kick out. And he picked him up, and Drew got behind him. Brock Lesnar charged right into a Claymore kick. So that's 1 Claymore kick. Then he crouched down in the corner and wait for him to get up. 2 Claymore kicks. Then he wait for him to get up. 3 Claymore kicks. He pins him 1, 2, 3. Drew McIntyre. Drew Barrymore with the difference. He wins the championship. So hey, Brock Lesnar is out of here. Good. I heard Vince McMahon was going to fire him anyway. So that's good. Here's my question. If he kicked out of the first Claymore kick and got up and gave him 3 suplexes, he hit him with 3 Claymore kicks. Granted. But Brock Lesnar didn't roll out the ring. He laid out there and walking around with the belt all up on the ropes, showing the championship and everything. Brock Lesnar is laid out in the ring. So why wasn't Bobby Lashley laid out when he got hit with the what you call him? Why he roll out the? Why he get right up? Brock Lesnar stayed down there on the ground. Why he didn't roll out the ring? That's all I want to know. Why he didn't get up? If he kicked out of the first one, why he didn't kick out? I mean, why he didn't get up? Why he stayed down on the ground? Show gone off. He still laid out in the ring. So that first one didn't knock him out. The second one didn't knock him out. The third one didn't knock him out. But that fourth one just put him down. And he stayed down for 5 minutes. You won't believe that. So he can get up from the first one. And not only get up, but deliver 3 German suplexes and then deliver 3 F5s. He get hit with the second one. He get up. He get hit with the third one. He get up. No, he get hit with the third one. No, then he had the third one. He get up. He get hit with the fourth one. Then he don't get up. It's one thing to get the pin, but then he don't get up. So how come that fourth one, and they wasn't all at the same time because he hit one in the beginning. So he only hit 3 at the end. Why he didn't roll out the ring? Why did he stay late like he was knocked out? I don't understand. How come a finishing move one day you hit it and the person roll out the ring, the next day the person knocked out? I don't understand it. Not even the next match, the same daggone show. One person get hit with the finishing move and they knocked out. The same way Montez Ford, frog splash, the man in his back. How is he up to beat up everybody when he'll be laid out? Right? I'm just asking. Lacey Evans got thrown into the ring steps, which is a standard in wrestling today. She out on the floor 15 minutes. Can't do nothing. Then get back in the ring and almost win the championship. Like they would say, make that make sense. You laid out on the floor for daggone 10 minutes. And you get in there and almost win the championship. You almost beat 2 women. But you've been laid out. How about I say it don't make sense. It don't make sense. You know, we sat there and we watched yesterday somebody suplex 2 people at the same time off the ropes. And they lay down there with them. You suplex them. Why are you on the ground acting like you hurt? I don't understand it. That's just me. I suplex 2 people. I should be up over top of them. Which one should I pin? But I'm down there with them. Hey, we all messed up. It took so much energy that I'm just, I can't get up. That's all. But like I said, I enjoyed myself. And I hope that y'all enjoyed it as we deal with this COVID-19. They don't want you to say it, but we say it on my show. And we on this channel. I ain't monetized. COVID-19, the corona virus. The Wuhan virus. United States is now the #1 country in the world. We have 300,000 cases. Double any nation. We going on 10,000 deaths. We had time. And instead of getting ready and locking the country down, we sat on our hands and did nothing. While Congress was crying about this daggone money for the stimulation bill. They should have gave everybody that money, and they should have locked the country down. Because now, look at New York. Every day of this week, and we about to start a new week. Every day last week, and they probably will today, New York has had at least 5,000 new cases develop. At least 5,000. There's 120,000 people in New York infected right now. New York has 1,500 deaths. I need to look at these numbers again. Almost 400 people died today in New York. Just in New York today. 400 Americans. And they still talking about, well, did it distancing. No, we need to lock down. Give every American some stimulus money so we can buy the things we need. Then lock the country down. Make everybody stay in the house for at least 25 days. Let's get it out of here. The people that have it, they're going to recover or they're going to die. If you're not medical personnel or you're not going to dialysis or something, you should not be coming out the goddamn house. Facts. Shut it down. Shut the borders down. Stop crying about, oh, the airlines ain't making no money. Screw the airlines. Oh, what about the oil prices? Who cares? Take your stimulus money and buy you an electric car. Buy you an electric scooter. And ride around on that. You don't need no damn oil. Screw oil. We got Americans dying almost 10,000. I don't care about the darn economy. If you give everybody the stimulus money, we're going to stock up. That's going to help the economy. And then them businesses are going to close down for these 25 days. Close down for 25 days. When they reopen, you think the people ain't going to be ready to go out there and shop? You think they ain't going to be ready to go out and be at the bar and hang out and do things? You think people are going to sit in the house for 25 days and they're going to say, well, I've been here 25 days. I'm not supposed to sit for 25 more. No, they're going to go out. So the economy will recover. Stop worrying about that. Worry about the human lives. President got some woman on there with a daggone graph talking about, you look at these states, only 12%. This ain't the stock market. These are people's lives. For every day there's new cases, 12% of them people are going to die. If New York is having 5 to 9, yesterday they had 10,000 cases in one day. Let's just take that one day they had 10,000 cases. I think it was Thursday or Friday. They had 10,000 cases in one day. Say 20% of them die. That's 200 people. You gonna tell me the economy is worth more than people dying? The economy is worth more than people being inconvenienced and told to stay in the house for 25 days? Come on, man, talk to me. Make some sense. Because this ain't making no sense. I don't care about the daggone economy. You can always earn more money. You lose $100 a day, you go make more. You lose $1,000 a day, you go make more. Somebody kill you. Can you come back? No. We got people dying. Life is more important than wealth. What good is money if you're not allowed to spend it? What good is money if the people who you love are dead? Are you going to be able to enjoy it with them? No, you're not, because they're going to be dead. So what good is money? What good is power and wealth? You ain't got nobody to share it with. Who you going to show it off to? The way we dropping? You don't think that the funeral's going to make money? The funeral parlor, somebody got to make the caskets. Church is not going to make money? Ain't that where they had the funerals at? So stop talking about we ain't going to make no money. But I thank the WWE. And I appreciate the wrestlers. I still wish Vince McMahon would step down, but I appreciate them entertaining us. Because the majority of us citizens are staying in the house. I've only been out to go to the market. I've been out to go get food. And when I go out, I live stream it on the Minister Brotha Derrick show. Every time I go out, I live stream it. I ain't even checked the mailbox today. Oh, every day Sunday. I've been waiting every 2 days to check the mailbox. I don't want to catch this. And hey, stuck to the thing. This is my mask. You can see I'm wearing it in the picture above my head. This is my mask. I'm thinking about getting a real one. Because I don't want to catch this thing. You hear me? I don't want to catch it. I'm constantly washing my hands. I wash my hands 50 times a day. And even though it's just me and my cat here, we found out that there's a tiger in the zoo. Zookeeper gave him the coronavirus. So that's scary. Okay? No matter how you slice it, that is scary. Okay? So I'm hoping that we can get this under control, but it doesn't look that way because people are not willing to stop doing what they're doing to let this thing pass. They won't stop, and all they're doing is infecting more and more people. So thank y'all for watching this show, and I will be back tomorrow with a Monday Night Raw review. This is a live stream, so if you want to chat, come in the chat and hang out. I love to talk wrestling with you. If not, I understand. Y'all have a good one. Peace, everyone. Have a blessed day. And we are out.